Hi guys, so today we are going to go over my favorite super minimal natural makeup look. This would be perfect honestly for any occasion because you never need to feel like you need to wear a lot of makeup in my opinion. But this is typically what I wear when I'm either feeling super lazy or when I'm running errands or going to the gym, because this takes about, gosh, it for sure takes under 3 minutes to achieve, but it just helps your skin tone look more even, it helps your eyes look more awake, and it just makes you look overall more put together. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that I always like to do is cover up any blemishes or any kind of discoloration in my skin. I definitely wouldn't recommend using a liquid foundation, especially if you're going to go to the gym. So that's why I prefer to use a powder foundation. This one is Clinique's Super Powder Double Face Makeup, and as you can see, this is very well loved. This is in the color Matte Neutral, and I love this for spot concealing and for just giving an overall even skin tone for the face. So first thing I like to do is I'm going to go in with one of my It Cosmetics brushes, and I really like this one because it has a flat top and it's really dense, and I just feel like it really helps build a good amount of coverage with powder foundations. So I'm just going to go ahead and swirl this in, and I'm going to even out my face a little bit. So today, as you can see, I have a couple of blemishes. So I have one right here, which is kind of a leftover scab, and then I also have one here. So I'm going to go in with this dense kind of spot conceal brush, and this is by Morphe. I believe it's in their vegan collection, and I'm just going to put some more of that product on my brush, and then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to just lightly spot conceal. Obviously you're going to get a little bit better coverage if you go in with a liquid concealer and then top it off with this, but since, like I said, I'm probably going to go to the gym, I don't need my skin to look perfect, I just want to minimize the redness. Next I'm going to focus on brows. I feel like brows are my #1 thing that I still try to do, even if it's one of those days where I'm kind of going for a no makeup look. I think if you have defined brows, your whole face just looks a little more awake and everything looks a little more put together. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills just regular brow pencil. This brow pencil is just kind of one of their original products. It's nothing fancy, but I love it because I love that I can sharpen it to as sharp of a point as I want. So I'm in the shade Taupe, and what I do is I typically just go ahead and brush out my brows. I think that's important because then you will be sure to get in the lines. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to lightly fill them in. You don't have to really be super precise. I mostly just fill in where my hair naturally is. I'm not really trying to create more of an arch or anything like that. We're just trying to make it naturally look a little bit sharper. Depending on how you like your brows, I tend to like to use a wax pencil or a pomade just to keep my brow hairs in place. I have super long eyebrow hairs, so this just helps kind of keep me in line a little bit. So I am just going to put that over my brow hairs. You just need a little coat. I really try to focus on the tail a lot because that tends to be kind of where my eyebrow hairs go buck wild, but yeah, so I just do that, and then I go in with the same eyebrow pencil and I just use a little spoolie and I just Next, I like to go in with some mascara. My favorite lately has been the Voluminous. You guys know I struggle with this name. Voluminous. I always think it's volume. Voluminous Lash Paradise. And this is just so affordable, and it honestly reminds me so much of the Better Than Sex mascara that I love, and it's like a fraction of the price. So I tend to grab this a whole lot more than I do the other these days. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna lightly coat my lashes. I don't go in as intensely as I do on a day where I'm wearing a ton of makeup, just because I want it to still look semi-natural. Obviously it's gonna look like I'm still wearing mascara. For bottoms, it's kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But like for today, I'll show you how I do it. I like to kind of get the excess off of the tip of my mascara wand, and then I just kind of like to go back and forth on the lashes. So for lips, I typically just do a chapstick or a gloss. Today I thought it'd be kind of nice to just have a slight wash of color. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Blushing Berry lipstick, and it's super pretty. It looks a lot darker in the tube than it really does show up on the lips. But I'm just going to put a really slight wash of color. Alright guys, well there you have it. This is just kind of like my going to the gym, relaxing, running errands look. It definitely does not take a long time. You don't need a lot of products, but it just helps me feel a little bit more awake and put together. But I like it because it's very minimal effort and you don't look like you're trying too hard, like going to the gym wearing all this makeup, but you also just don't feel like you look like you rolled out of bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I will talk to you guys soon.